everybody, welcome back. I am Count Christo and thank you ever so much for joining me. We are playing the Roman Reclamation campaign. We have just won some marvellous wars. You will produce linen, I believe. Let me check. Just won a marvellous war. Yes, that's right. Plague is impeding us a bit. We just won a marvellous war over here. We've got some lovely free cores. We've got some vassals that we're not too fond of, but that's no matter. To get 100% war score, do you have to have 0 occupations in your land? I've got this feeling that maybe you do. I'm not certain about that, though. I'm not even at all confident. Islam is still in decline. Good to see. Oh, I hadn't thought about that before. You have extra missionary strength against heretics, right? So that compensates nicely for the fact you don't get the such and such in decline events for heretics. I had not thought of that. That's a clever little balance thing there. You guys, would you stop pestering me? That's fighting talk, lose diplo power. Come now, court factions. Islam is still in decline, in case you were wondering. 264 coming up, nice. Our dynasty looking pretty good right now. Gotta love boat bombing. It's quite a bit stronger in EU than in CK2, I think, because in CK2 you get half morale when you come off the boats. Anyone else really hyped for Holy Fury, the new CK2 expansion? It looks so cool. Holy Orders revamp and stuff. Wait, there's a Holy Orders revamp, isn't there? Like Teutonic stuff? I can't remember now. I may be just talking nonsense. The graphics all have Teutonic Knights in them, don't they? Yeah. There, that should be pretty cool. We've got 2 claims here. Another one for me? 56, okay. Is Islam in decline? These guys coming back in for the siege. France, no longer a valid rival, eh? Well, got a embargo to cancel. It's a shame. France was probably the next target once we got some manpower back. Excuse me a second. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Okay. Do I want to send guys up to oppose these guys, or should we just peace out? Oh, actually willing to say umbrage. Say umbrage. Say uncle. Good. Let's do that then. We will, of course, hand it over. And there we go. All the way to the westernmost edge of the Turanian Sea. We now control... Oh, I thought we controlled Sicily. I was going to say we control all the way from the furthest east to the furthest west. Well, actually, we do. The furthest east, of course, is just... So that's wonderful. We control a nice long stretch of the Turanian coast. If we just wrap up a little bit here in Messina. Of course, Rome starting wars over Messina in finest Roman fashion. We will be in a excellent trade position. Then, of course, we just need these wonderful inland trade cities. Oh, equally sized trade cities. Nice little rivalry on who can have the biggest city there. Of Florence and Tuscany. And we'll be in excellent shape to make fat snacks trade here. 50 ducats at the moment. Not gone up by much off that war, but there is also lots of plague damage. Well, I say lots of. It's only a mild plague, but some plague damage taking place simultaneously. We could be collecting here. Once we have 100% control in the Turanian, we will start collecting in Venice. But not before. Ancient Roman imperialism conquest. Good. Okay, I think it's Rebel Fighting Simulator for a little bit here. Let's knock it into speed 5 and just let that go. More conversions. So, what do we want to build exactly? I think we should maybe do some Italian urbanization. So, perhaps even a local administration would not be a ludicrous proposition. They cost 30 ducats a year, which is 2 point something. Not very much ducats a month. So, well, it's like what, 2.5? Something like that. 30 on to like 2.4 or something. Anyway, not important. It costs about, yeah. Is it really that low? Yeah, it is. That's not very much. We should be building more. Is the cost exponential? Because it doesn't say anything about that when you hover here. It just says yearly maintenance 30. But I'm pretty sure it does get exponential. Well, we'll find out. So where do we want to put a capital building? There's a couple of tempting propositions. Number 1, Naples. Good arguments for Naples. Nice and central for this southern area of Italy. We'll have range on down here. You'll have communication arriving here and then going to Sicily. It's got range on Rome. Obviously, it can't be Rome because Rome's inland. It's got to be somewhere with a nice bay. It's got good range on this urbanized area. Arguments against Naples. It's not close to Lombardia or Florence. Liguria, very, very tempting. It's got a great natural harbour. It's obviously it's a nice urban city itself. Not huge right now. 5,500 ducats. We'll have to be increasing that. What is Constantinople? Sitting pretty at 120 ducats, otherwise known as 12,000 if you're not speaking like a madman. Liguria, I think, will take the prize. Apart from anything else, what's the communication like in Naples right now? It's already decent. Decent is not good enough, actually. Now I say that. What's our port network looking like in terms of rank 2 trade harbours? It's not bad. Rank 3 in the capital there? Yeah. Do we have a capital building in the capital? No. That's worth considering. Capital building in the capital itself reduces communication efficiency by 5% in the entire empire. It also reduces trade income in the province, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, local trade power minus 10%. Okay. But why? I don't understand that at all. So maybe we should go, yeah, I think we should go 1 in the capital. Let's do a big bureaucratic expansion right now. We're going to put well, not right now, but we're going to put a bureaucratic building in the capital. And we're going to put a bureaucratic building in Liguria. Liguria, do you have a level 2 trade harbour? Surely. Yes, good. We could do with 1 more trade harbour in this region. So I think this looks like the one of these. Ooh, there's a military harbour here. I'm going to destroy that, I think. Yeah. It's a good point, actually. We should do a check. Military harbours are... Yeah, oh god, there's loads of them. Barry. It'll hurt the urbanization here slightly, but they have upkeep. And... they're not really useful in multiple provinces. They do increase your naval force limit. We're nowhere near the naval force limit, though, are we? No. So that's fine. Let's just... we're just going to go around knocking over those. Costing us money for no good reason. Especially somewhere up here where we really care extremely little about the urbanization. Where else? Oh, yeah, for sure. You don't need it. Somewhere here had one? It's barking. Certainly don't need that. Alexandria, I mean, I was going to put them in Athens and just hardline them in Athens. So, yeah, Alexandria, you lose yours as well. And we'll just keep building them in, prioritizing Athens heavily with those. We might want to build one in the capital just because of the, you know, shining city of the world's desire and all that. Might as well give it the highest urban gravity humanly possible. But let's do that when we've stabilized the Turanian node and really are making a stupendous amount of money. Burgher citizenship has expired. Do I want to claim that immediately again? I think I do. The stability increase is lovely. The unrest reduction is lovely. Speaking of unrest reduction, there is our 6th missionary. Fantastic. And a nice bit of reduction of unrest across the whole empire. True and heretical provinces alike. I'm going to leave forts up here to help defend against any damage of this wonderful... Oh, yes, right. Yeah. Bye-bye, trade harbour. Sorry, military harbour. We will definitely want to build a rank 3 warehouse here once we build the local administration, because the benefits from those do stack. Iconoclastic Fury. So this is some protests against Catholicism. 10 province, 50 military power. Time to break the papal stronghold to know why that loses us stability. This lasts 10 years. Alright, well, we will unfortunately lose some military power. We're ahead of time on Miltech, though. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. We'll get some unrest in some of these places. I'm not sure where it was, actually, but no matter. Those darn Catholics and their Reformation. Can't they just be like the Orthodox and be perfect to begin with? I like how the name of Orthodox is just stuck up there. We need to convert some of this land. Unlawful territory! I thought the Shadow Kingdom had fired. Oh, it had, but Provence doesn't count as in Italy for the Shadow Kingdom event for some reason. Probably a bug. I should report that, actually. Oh, we'll deal with that in a second. So we're going to get unlawful territory for this province. No. I'm not giving it back. You silly Emperor, you. Greater nobles demand privileges. Okay. You should be able to see the privilege ticker. That would be fun. That would be great. You go in here, assess it. Such and such. Privilege granted 10. Privilege ticker. Such and such. Privilege tick per year. Such and such. Probably default 1. Affected by privilege number. Percentage shown. That would be lovely. Absolutely wonderful. We can take this hit. If it loses stability, it loses stability. It's not giving all-round unrest from provinces they control. We did lose the stability, which does suck, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get it back real quick, right? Yeah, instantly, in fact. Let's give the lesser nobles a gift. Can't afford it right now, unfortunately. I wanted to get that stability back right now, because the unrest situation is not... It's not dire. The core region here, as you can see, and in fact lots of Italy, is totally stable. It's just the outlying regions and the heretics, really, that are causing problems. Another free core, beautiful. We have enough to claim Pavia, which we will do. Okay. We might want to consider looking into production buildings in Italy, but we'll do that once we've handled the local administration situation. Conversion just about to come in. Let's go over here and deal with that. There are those Tripolitanians we've been waiting on. Not very many of them. Not a populous region. Tripoli right now. So we can easily just go and deal with them with a nice little boat bomb before they even finish their siege. Marvellous. You guys head back up to Moria. Seize Moria and all that. Spread of discoveries. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to keep hardlining the ideas for now. Anything I want to do with the estates? Not really. I'd love to demote some great nobles, but I think we need to give a few more gifts to the lessers. And that's going to wait until we've got these 2 local administrations set up. Of course, local administrations, as well as their wonderful reduction in travel time. 15% at level 1 should be in this tooltip, but isn't. Yeah, that's right. I think it's 15% of accrued travel time that gets reduced when it first arrives. So essentially, the runner arrives in the province with the local administration, and 15% gets cut off before it's actually calculated in that province, which is really great. But it also gives you some problems, conversions here because of unrest. Yeah, there's religious tension event. Screw that up a bit. It's alright, we'll just switch it. Conversion's coming pretty thick and fast right now, so I'm not too worried about that. What was I saying? Yes, so the other thing they give you is a state slot, which is great, because we want to get more of Italy stated. Hey, look at these. I like that colour. That means free cores. Okay, if we get a whole bunch of area around here, we get free cores. Verona... Do we own no, Verona is up here. Okay. Well, this looks like a great mission for us. It's not the part of Italy we really want to go with. Maybe this one, actually. Gaining control over these islands, basically. Let's take a look at the claims. Yeah, that's a great mission. Not all of it is in the Turanian node, but a lot of it is. And lots of it in the Western Mediterranean is great, because transfers from trades downstream is already helping us out there, and our trade influence can only be applied in one direction. So we're already automatically applying all our trade power, pulling into the Turanian Sea. So, yeah, that seems like a great mission. I wanted to go to war for Sicily anyway. Obviously, that is going to mean war with Castile. Castile's still foolishly rival to France. If we were allowed to be rival to France and Castile, then they would almost certainly buddy up. But as it is, they're not, and they will suffer the consequences. Castile has 44,000 men. Aragon has 12,000 men. The Allied Portugal, got a guess? No! Royal marriage, but no alliance. Was there a claimed throne recently by any chance? No, they just broke alliance. I wonder why. The fact there's a broke alliance modifier means it wasn't like they got a bad call to arms that forced them to. Ho ho ho! Something else I've noticed. Portuguese Colombia is a thing that exists. That's cool. Looking forward to getting to see how that's doing. Didn't actually bring these guys back. I'm tempted to launch the war against Castile right now. Let me check out navy sizes. Excuse me. Thank you. Castile has 36 ships. 6 heavies will be a problem, but with 93 trade ships, I think war with Castile should be immediate. We will get a fair amount of aggressive expansion with them by taking all this land down here. We might want to do vassal feeding. Then we don't get to use the free cause. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to declare the war tonight, begin waging it, and then I'm going to decide another day when I am more awake about whether or not we should vassal feed. Because we really ought to do the same thing I'm doing at the moment in the Granada campaign, which is take one province in this island and one province in this island, release both vassals, and then feed them back the rest of the islands, respectively. So we may just seize here, 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 and here. Or, you know, the cheapest province in this area to avoid the aggressive expansion. That actually makes this a great war to declare right now, because we're pressing up against that aggressive expansion cap. So it's ideal for us to be able to do a war which will cost very little aggressive expansion, and what's more, facilitate another war after this one, which will cause very, very little aggressive expansion. Just the ticket, I think. I will keep one army at home, ready to respond to rebel threats, of which there are more than a few. We have a rival available. Be Castile? Not Castile. Unfortunate, but at the end of the world. Give me that embargo back. Can't embargo them because we have a truce. Why do we have a truce? What did we fight France over? Our truce with France. November 36. I don't see anyone else with that truce date. That's interesting. I don't recall. Sorry, I'm sure you all know. But I do not recall why we have a truce with France. Stability improves. Very welcome news. To celebrate this lovely news, let's go to war, shall we? Yes, you come pick these guys up here for me. And let's declare on Aragon. We would like Roman imperialism. Oh, no, we would not. We would like 70%, 75% aggressive expansion on conquests, please. This is a show superiority war goal, so we must be sure not to lose any battles. We will land on the non-fort province. We will get you. Yeah, you should go and pick them up. Sorry, that's the right order. And you move on Messina. Let me just check. You guys have a good general. They do indeed. Good. Looting policy, we will restrict it. Don't want to do any damage to this wonderful Italian land. New coalition will probably form up, given the sizable game. Make up your mind. The sizable might of the Spanish force, the Iberian force, that is to say, especially once all the respective parties. Oh, I did forget about this Aragonese land down here. I think what I will do is I was going to build another transport fleet. I'm going to do that right now. What I will do to deal with that is just boat bomb down there whenever we need to in order to deal with this. I don't want to siege down this area. It's high attrition, it's low supply, it's arid. It's not what we want to be dealing with right now. Yeah, Tuscany, Austria. Should we raise the estate levies to deal with the potential coalition? To dissuade them from declaring? How many men can I give them the tribals right now? 9. Yeah, sure. Obviously from the Great Nose we could get a crazy number. I'm going to venture with a chance. I'm not going to raise the estate levies. Which is risky. But you got to take some risks in this life. I'm always saying this in this game, but it's always true. Got to take risks. Renovations needed. The Orthodox edifice in Venezia. We will just wait for a couple of monthly ticks, so I don't need to spend. I don't need to take a loan. Is there any money in the automated construction? I believe I shut it down because I felt like I was a bit short on cash. Yes, indeed. You guys, if you could get transported over here. And you tribal lot. want to just gather up somewhere. I don't think we'll be using them for any actual fighting. I have the men deployed where I need them right now. But that'll be fine. Good. Keep these sieges going. Let's spread our trade ships a little. Not too much, because those Castilian heavies, they are not to be sniffed at. Remember, decisions like this always take the top option if you let them time out. So we're safe. It will definitely take the correct option. We already have all the claims we're ever going to need against Genoa, so we can cancel this. Linen industry specializes into leather. Oh, it made me spend the money. It's unfortunate. Oh well. Not a big deal. We'll take the loan. Chevron sends a military coalition. Now, are we going to be able to get enough war score to do this? I have made up my mind, by the way. We're going to do the sensible thing. The low aggressive expansion thing. We're going to take just a couple of provinces. The peace deal is going to look a little bit like this. Let me take a quick look-see at this place here called Sicily. I don't know why that escaped me for a moment. We're going to seize the lowest value province, which is this one. Probably. Let's check. 12. 12. Yeah, so we'll seize this province. And definitely not the southernmost one. Yeah, and this province. And these two. I think that's all we want. That's 31! Aggressive expansion. That's crazy. Not enough to put them in. Enough to put France in right now, so we're going to have to wait a little while. Definitely don't want France joining a coalition. That would be a real serious concern. Let's bring these guys down here. Mamluks. I was scared for a moment, and then I remembered the Mamluks are a Abyssinian one-province minor. Easy to forget little things like the fact that the Mamluks are a one-province minor in Abyssinia. You transport fleet forming up. Let's bring these guys over. Great. Okay, so yeah, we will have to wait a little while just to ensure that we don't get big problems with the what do you call them? The coalition coming out of France potentially joining. We will definitely try and avoid that by waiting probably 2 years to let France's aggressive expansion tick down. How fast is it ticking down right now? 3 per year. That is a nice rate. Aragon, we need to have a word. You drilled your army. That's very sensible. You landed an inferior force on an island with no possibility of reinforcements. That's not very sensible. You landed them without letting them recover morale after drilling / being on low maintenance. Aragon, reconsider your life choices. Yeah, 2 ticks. That took 2 ticks. My lord. Okay, easy stack wipe against Aragon. Always what we like to see. This province is no longer blockaded. We have those transports in there. Let's just send those guys over. A mighty fortress where is under siege? Probably the one in Africa, but let's just make absolutely sure. Yeah. You guys. The aforementioned boat bomb, please. Aragon. Aragon, you stupid. They're landing more men. Naturally. Like I said, we're just going to boat bomb as needed. The war score cost of this peace deal, 39. Probably going to be able to just sit here with the war goal accomplished and let nature take its course, pretty much. Could always use more soldiers. You're not wrong, game. Siege is 1. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to defer the waiting for the aggressive expansion to tick down to a future episode, unless it's this yearly tick. In which case I will, I may just wait a second. Let's give it this tick and see. We can make the peace this year. How's France feeling about us today? Not good. Alright, well, I'm going to end the episode here. The next episode, we will regain control over the central Mediterranean. Of course, the mission is not accomplished until we take Genoa. One very long play we could do is release the vassals, integrate the vassals, then complete the mission. But integrating the vassals gives you cores anyway, so I think that's fine. You know, we're losing out on some free cores. We will get free cores on these 3 provinces when we take over Corsica here. Lovely island, by the way, Corsica. One of my favourite holidays ever was in Corsica. But anyhow, I'm going to end this episode here. We will, take glorious control over these important strategic trade port locations, especially the lovely province of Palermo and Messina, both of which are valuable trade provinces to have in the Turanian node. 5.1% there. Wow, that's big. 2.7 here. 1.7. And 1.2 here. Further securing our grip on the wonderful money of the Turanian. Our income there has dropped, of course, because the trade ships are currently inactive. But what you going to do? Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I'm sorry again about the gap, which is 2 days ago for you now. But anyhow, if you did like the episode, please do like it. It helps out a great deal. And I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.